In this demo, we'll show how the CUGA agent enforces policies that govern its behavior through three components defined in Markdown: the playbook, the intent guard, and the output formatter. We'll walk through how these policies guide the agent when interacting with both a CRM system and an email application. Next, we walk through a simple use case the user wants CUGA to perform. The goal is to process a contact list, compare each contact against the CRM, and prepare a summary email. The flow begins by retrieving contacts from a file. CUGA then checks which contacts already exist in the CRM and which ones are missing. After that, the agent drafts an email summarizing the findings and presents the draft to the user for approval before it sends the final message. Here we show the required email template. The user defines this template in Markdown and includes placeholders for inputs such as contact counts or CRM results. CUGA automatically fills these placeholders with the appropriate values based on the data it processes. The structure of the email stays exactly as the user defines it, ensuring consistency and clarity. Now let's see what happens when we run the workflow without a playbook. Without clear instructions, CUGA has no defined sequence of steps to follow. It tries to interpret the task on its own and becomes unsure of how to proceed. Without a playbook, the agent cannot reliably complete the task. Now let's see how the user configured the playbook in CUGA's UI. First, he defines a trigger that specifies when the playbook is activated, and then he defines the playbook's Markdown instructions. When we run the exact same task with a playbook, the experience changes completely. CUGA follows it from start to finish. CUGA begins by asking the user for the recipient email address. It then generates a draft message and shows it to the user for approval. After the user confirms, the agent sends the summary email successfully. Now, the user wants CUGA to block certain actions, file exports, and dangerous actions. For this, he can use the intent blocker policy. In CUGA's UI, he defines a trigger for the intent blocker and a custom response message. Let's see it working. CUGA receives a matching request, blocks it, and doesn't execute any task. Next, the user would like to control CUGA's output and display only certain fields, such as email and phone, when displaying the contacts list. Without an output formatter, CUGA displays the full contact details when asked to do so. Now, the user defines an output formatter policy with a keyword trigger to display only phone and email. Now CUGA displays only the relevant information.